For Dr. Africa. When I see this many black people in a room, I just think about partying and family reunions. So can we do that? Can we get a party going on? Did you know how powerful you are as African people? Do you know every person in here was born a genius? If there's anybody in here that does not know that they were born a genius, I'm going to prove it to you. But if I prove it to you, you're responsible for your genius. If you're going to become responsible for your genius, can you just put your fists up? Put it up, that's right. That's what's up. Look around. You're going to be responsible, okay? Now this side of the room, I'm going to talk to you for a minute. I'm talking to you too, but I'm talking to them. I want you to say that I'm fight or flight. I'm fight or flight. Act like you fighting. For people who have free hands, act like you fighting. Act like you're coming out of slavery. Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. This side over here, hey family. I want you guys to act like you're 10 and be friend. I want you just to act like you're chilling. How do you act like, well let me say that's American. What do y'all see over here in London? Act like you're on holiday. So just sit back and relax. Let your face be relaxed. We have fight or flight, tend to be friend, and then we have addiction. You came in this world to master something. Because remember, all of you are geniuses. So I'm going to teach you what your adversary knows about you. Now, when you know it for yourself, then you cannot be manipulated. Is everybody with me? Yeah. Okay, so first, let's talk about when you come into this world, your genius says, I'm going to master something. What environment am I in? So I'm a kid, and you take me to McDonald's. I eat these French fries, and my body starts to fight or flight. Start fighting. My body is like, what the hell is this? I'm not supposed to, no, you need to fight. Come on. Your body is fighting because it doesn't want it. But you feed me this McDonald's 3 times a week. How many times a week did y'all eat McDonald's in here? None? What about chicken, fried chicken? Hey, I knew I'd get you somewhere. Okay, that greasy fried chicken that you was eating at grandmama's house was not getting digested. So what's up with this side? Y'all fighting. Come on, you fighting. My body is like, oh my God, what is this? This is gonna hurt me. So my body starts to fight, and that's when you don't feel good. You get a tummy ache or you get a headache. But you keep on eating this fried chicken, or what else y'all eating? This trifling. What else? Drinking alcohol. The first time you put alcohol to your lips, was it good? Who said yeah? Stop playing. Come on now. You know when you put that alcohol to your lips, she was like, oh my gosh. But because of the people around you, you put it in your mind psychologically that it was good. But this is fight or flight. And this side, I don't know what's up with y'all. I want y'all to be fighting. If y'all can't fight that much, y'all don't get beat down. Y'all can't just do a couple and be done. Okay, so you see the body is fighting. But the more and more you feed your body alcohol, white flour, white sugar. Can y'all tell them to fight? Right. This is what your body is doing on the inside. Your body's actually fighting the response to the white flour, the white sugar, the bad relationship, but you keep on putting yourself in it. Now y'all tired, right? Okay. So then we're going to come over here to tend to be friend. And what that means is that you were eating this McDonald's, you were drinking alcohol, fried chicken, so right now your body's starting to crave it. You understand? Now your body's saying, give me some of that fried chicken. I'll take another one of those cigarettes. I'll take another bookie that was kicking my behind and ain't about nothing. Or Badika with the big booty, but she really ain't got nothing going on. You start to crave that. And then next thing you know, you've mastered being a bad eater. Your body's going to master something. Do you all understand that? I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to run through a lot of things so you can get the concept. Let's go to mathematics. You get into math class, and what do we, as a lot of us say, math is what? Hard, right? Once you start taking math, it gets hard, so your body starts to fight it, right? Okay, so fight it, y'all. Okay, calculus, algebra, all these things, your body's saying, I don't understand it, but if you will fight through this process, and you'll go to here, which this is what? What is this over here? Tend and befriend. It means you start to like math. It wasn't easy at first, but you had to get through that moment to like math, and next thing you know, you're a mathematician. Okay, so let me be a white man right now. Can I do that? Let me try. This is what I want to do. I don't want you to know that you're a genius. I don't want you to know that. So I'm going to have advertisement up. And this advertisement that I have up, I have this good-looking man and this good-looking girl, and she's drinking alcohol. And you know, we're visual people. We do what we see. Do you understand that? You have to watch what you're looking at. You have to watch what you hear, because you get addicted. Have you ever heard a song that was really bad, but they kept on playing it on the radio? What happened to that bad song? You start singing the damn lyrics. Okay? That's how powerful we are. So what I want you to do is to take your genius and change it for your good. So you have to watch your environment. So when someone puts some alcohol to your lips for the young ones, you say no. And once you get strong at saying no, then you'll get to tend to befriend, and you'll be strong in yourself. And next thing you know, you'll be a master. You can do anything that you want. There's nothing that anyone in this room cannot do. You're not too young and you're not too old, but you have to understand that your environment dictates your consciousness. You have to watch your environment. If you're around a lot of negativity, first when you get to somebody, anybody here got some friends and every time you see them, they always got something bad to tell you? Don't that get on your nerves? They always got something bad to tell you. And next thing you know, you start feeding their negativity, and then you start becoming a negative person that you were hearing. And then you become a master at it. So your body goes from fight and flight with anything to what? I like this row back here, especially the one in the red and the white. That's what I'm talking about. You go from fight or flight to tend and befriend to master. Now you're going to tell me what process I'm going through, okay? Got it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start educating myself. And I'm going to go through history. And it's going to tell me that Christopher Columbus discovered America. Inside of my African mind, I'm going to start to what? I'm going to fight that. Didn't even make it to America. But I'm going to continuously educate myself. And then I'll get strong enough to want to crave and know about my history. This is tend and befriend. And once I know about my history, I become a master. I can do anything that I want, and that's what I want everyone in here to understand. No one wants you to know who you are and why you were put here. You were put here to master something. There's no one in this room that hasn't mastered something, be it good or bad. So I want you to make the choice of what you're going to be the master of. You're going to be a master at smoking, or you're going to be a master at inventing things. We created those pyramids. Let's go back to that. Our ancestors have shown us who we are, and it's up to you to activate it within yourself. Thank you so much. I just love my family. Anybody gonna make me some more soup?
Hello. Just to tell you in a couple of minutes about what the two doctors will be doing here in the UK. They are on a national tour. They will be having a lot of engagements at St. Price. A week today, they will be delivering a very important lecture, and the title of the lecture is The Devastating Effects of Fairy Tales on the Minds of Black Children. So that's going to be a very interesting lecture. It's only £10, but if you get the tickets here, it will be cheaper. They are available for one-to-one consultations. It's £85. If you book and put a deposit here, you get 20% off. They have Dr. Africa's classic book, Africa Holistic Health. This should be on the shelf of every black family. If you got one already, buy one for your grandchildren. If you buy one for your grandchildren, you are guaranteeing them life of idealism. They will know the right food to eat, they will avoid junk, and all that has been turning us into quote-unquote zombies, so that other races are always trying to manipulate us. We have to give thanks to Stephen Sally and his late father. He was way back 20 years ago. I read an article in the Sunday Times that was telling us about the apocalypse of AIDS diseases. That the whole of Africa, especially Southern Africa, was going to be wiped out in 10 years' time. And Professor Sally came to St. Price and told us that he can cure AIDS. And he has a formula. Through Marandina, AIDS can be cured. And the lecture was an eye-opener to me. Finally, I don't know if you've heard about the problems we have in our enterprise. Hackney Council, and I repeat, Hackney Council, in 1983-84, poof with money. Hackney Council, poof with money. We apply for a grant on a fair and competitive funding system. And when you are given a grant, it's not a gift because we work for it. After we've been given the grant, they stole the money and bought the building for themselves. They've never owned enterprise. We had a different landlord. Today, they are trying to kick us out. We are in court on the 15th of October. We expect the whole community to fall behind us. We're having a meeting, a public meeting on Tuesday. We'll be having a march on the 27th of October. The 15th of October is just the start of a very, very big fight. The Asian community in Hackney were giving their building for £1. The North London Muslim Association were giving their building for £1. The Muslim Association were giving their building for £1. We applied for the money, we got our money, and they still stole the money from us. So it's a big fight. We expect the whole community to fall behind us. If you go to the website, there's more information there. We have an online petition. Please sign the petition. We need your support. Thank you very much.
The person why we're here today, that great man that came in amongst the midst of us and shared his knowledge and vision of health with us and cured quite a few people in this community. Hands up, anybody in here that has been cured by Professor Salim? I'm sure there must be in here. I know, we're there. Sister down there, sister there. Anybody else? Hands up, sister there. Hands up who use Marandina. And does it make you feel good? Which one, I'm going to say them, is Marandina A your favorite? Put your hand up. Now, with me like B, for specific reasons. B is good, very good. The man there, B, good, very good. But without further ado, I'm going to bring up two of Professor Salih's children who's continued his legacy. And we must big them up in a big way, because it ain't been easy for them. They've tried to destroy Professor Sally's idea. They tried to destroy Marandina, but Marandina lives. So without further ado, give it up for Tamari and Christy Sally!
Okay. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for honoring my father. Thank you for celebrating him in a special way, and we are all so glad that people who have used the product and still enjoy the product. My father had a vision, and his vision was to heal people. He had the intention, and his intention was to make us better, and he saw the plight of our people. He saw our people dying from many conditions. He started in 1988, and he, without help, on his own, with his own money, started the process. And he went into detail of really finding out how he could actually heal using the research background he had. He actually went to the British government in this country, and they said to him, this is the British Overseas Development, they said, Dr. Sally, we're not going to offer you a grant unless you're doing statistical analysis. We only offer grants for statistical analysis. And at the time, he was looking at curative research. So he went to Uganda and started from there on invitation from the High Commissioner. And it was in 1988 where he decided that he was going to put together something in spite of the world spending billions and billions of dollars looking for an AIDS treatment. And as you've seen on some of the screens we had up earlier, he traveled the world from Qatar in the Middle East. He did an 8-city tour in the USA. He went to Ghana, he went to Nigeria. And during that process, he was able to actually reach many people. But how did he begin? He had nothing. He had nothing to work with. There was no template. He went into the annals of history and saw that there was a time when sailors were actually dying of a condition called scurvy. And he looked at this research and found that they were lacking in certain nutrients. From this, he had a background in research. In the 60s and 70s, he discovered something that was literally is being used in every hospital today. Today we have a situation where he discovered a treatment for a condition called laryngotracheal bronchitis. There was also a condition called rhinoscleroma, and also another condition called atrophic rhinitis. He standardized the way those conditions are being treated today, and it's being used in every hospital around the world. That was the first thing he did in the 70s. Yeah? And I think every hospital is using his method of treatment. Now, after that background in research, he decided, no, that is not enough. And people were actually, he saw in Uganda we had mass graves. People were being brought on stretchers, being sent up to the village to die. And he decided to go back. He formulated Marina A, which boosts the immune system, gives you energy, repairs body cells and tissues. Then he formulated Marina B, which energizes the body and also improves gland and organ performance. He saw that some people were still dying from a condition called Kaposi sarcoma. So he decided to go and look at do further research, and invented Marina J, which is a herbal formulation. This herbal formulation treated Kaposi sarcoma so successfully. In fact, it's one of the only treatments in the world that is able to successfully treat that cancer that is infectious within HIV/AIDS. Today, Dr. Sari had actually converted and treated over 18,000 people with an 80% success rate in a period of 5 years. This appeared on CNN in Uganda, and the CNN crew came to Uganda, wanting to film a war in the north, and they found this doctor in Uganda who was treating patients. Over a period of time, they went, after coming back to from their filming in the north, they came to see the patients that filmed, and 12 of the patients, out of 12 of them, only 2 were remaining in the space, and the rest had been discharged within the space of 2 weeks. Now, CNN showed that in 1995 all over the world. From then on, Dr. Sali embarked on a tour to come to this country. That's how we got to know about Marinina here, because if it wasn't for the stoppage he had in Uganda, we wouldn't have been able to actually have. In Uganda, they stopped the product, not because it was bad, but because of one thing. They wanted to introduce a product called AZT into Uganda. So the government in Uganda stopped the product there. one of the things we've got to remember is that Dr. Sally, during his research, he found that HIV/AIDS brings on every condition, meningitis, TB, pneumonia, all kinds of conditions can affect the human body. What he decided to do is literally going to finding out how the body can heal itself. So he used his immune system. He used his own body as a laboratory. And I always say the most important organ in your body is your heart. And Dr. Saleh used the feeling, the way people feel. He actually took the product and many ingredients in that product, the range of products he produced, to see how they would feel when people took them. And from then on, he formulated, by God's grace, I don't know how we managed to do that, but he was able to do that. And then he formulated all these three formulations. On top of that, he produced a child's syrup called Marina syrup, which boosts the children's immune system, gives them vitality. He also produced a cream that treats fungal infections, as well as also all kinds of urticaria, ringworm, and all kinds of eczema. So this whole process was a journey into the essence of healing. Because Dr. Sally did not stop there. He wanted to find out a way of producing Marina from A to Z. So he said it with A, B, and J. Now today, the Marina Research Foundation is working to actually further that research and put together a further range of formulations. So we're not going to stop at Marina A, B, and J. We're going to produce some more, because Dr. Sally has already left the templates that we need to work with to produce these things. So we are also looking at another process by which we're also going to look at some of his work, because what he decided to do at the very heart of his mission was to also reach out and make it what we call an awareness campaign. That is why we have a health awareness day today, because at the heart he knew that just the tablets alone is not enough. We need to work on preventative medicine. We need to work on maintenance. We need to stop the onslaught of what is happening to our people today. Dying of diabetes, dying of high blood pressure, dying of all kinds of cancers. Today we have young children who have what we call childhood diseases that are devastating their lives. And in today, we're also seeing that people have become into a situation where they are literally having to be dependent on long-term medication. But apart from all that, we're going to show a DVD to illustrate some of Dr. Saleh's work and what he was all about. So please, if you can play the DVD now. Okay. Just hold it, please.
Hi.
Dutch Foundation and the Marina Nutrition and Health Club.
I just wanted to say, before I leave, is that thank you so much. I'm here to represent my mother, Mrs. Margaret Sally, who is absolutely... Thank you. She sends all her love and her greetings and a huge thank you. She is currently in Uganda, and she would have loved to be here, but it was all a matter of timing and all her commitments in Uganda. But she says all her love is here with you today. So on behalf of her and everybody in our family, thank you.
And I also would like to thank my queen over there, who has also been working alongside me, really helping us with a whole lot of promotions to raise awareness in different ways. And if you can also give every speaker in the house a big hand of applause as well for coming today. And all the stallholders as well, give them a big hand. Okay? And also to Brother Nev, who is working with as well. But we're going to play the DVD right now. And then
Before you play the DVD, your wife want for this up. Wifey.
Brother Tamale, I would like to present you these simple flowers, really to thank you for the commitment and carrying on Professor Sally's work, the commitment to the community, just to appreciate and celebrate the gift you are to me, the community, and our family.
I'm so touched. I don't know what to say. It's the first time I have nothing to say. Oh my goodness. Talk a lot. I want to really appreciate one thing. I really love all the people who've come today to support us. And I just want to take this message out to say that a special thank you to all those who really have been at the heart of spreading the message of Dr. Sally's work. I want to thank all from Galaxy Radio, Omega Radio, give them a hand, Voice of Africa Radio. I want to thank all the people who've really been greatly spreading flyers, and who carried the message, and all our distributors who continue to champion Professor Sally's product. And if you're one of the individuals who knows Dr. Sally did this for us, he didn't do it for himself. I mean, somebody said, you know what, Stephen, you said to me one thing, if somebody gave me £2 million, I would never give them this product because I know they're going to put it to one side and shelf it. And many people offered him money to do it into the Americas, but he said, no, I'm going to do it myself. And our people who look like me and you have taken on the task and have continued to spread the message. And we ask you to please help us because we're trying to help each other and one hand washes the other. Today is an example of us moving together as one family. Let's make the family grow and serve one another and move together in a spirit of unity and oneness. Hotep.